Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and today we're back with another game development live stream. Everything is gonna be all right. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure this is all shared out here real quick, and then we can get started. What's up, PLP? Thanks for joining into the stream today. We have a slight delay. The car body shops, man, they are crazy. All right, shared out there. I'm actually going to share this out in another Discord that I just got put in, even though it's a little bit of self-promotion. Maybe I won't. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go. All right, we are on Twitter. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Alrighty, so we are going to be starting a brand new set of streams for this week. It is Monday, July 10th. And last week we did a whole week on Pic-A-Block. What's up, Space My Name? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. And we got pretty far in the Hubworld, and we're actually going to be finishing up the Hubworld today and maybe doing a little bit of maze and maybe some texture work on the Hubworld. We'll see. We're going to be taking a look at it in the game engine. I have Unity pulled up, although I don't think I actually have Pic-A-Block loaded, so let me load that because it's going to take my computer just a few minutes. Also, go ahead and comment in the stream chat and let me know what you think of the lights. See, I have my lights on here. I have some extra ones here, and I've got some new coverings over the window, so it looks like it's a little bit clearer, so let me know there. Let me pull up this here. That looks pretty good. I'm actually just going to change my Discord thing. And let's see, how do we do this before we go? Go to my profile. Does that work? Game Dev Live on YouTube now. There we go. All right, so I think it's all shared out. Looks like everyone is in here in the stream. Here comes Pic-A-Block. It's loading. Space by names, comments, and says look more consistent, less bright spots. Yeah, I think that I got enough light going on here. I got a couple on either side of me, plus the main lamp in the middle. So I think it's filling out to where it's not exactly as dark as it was before. I'm gonna drink water out of my mug today instead of out of water bottles. I'm gonna save some water bottles. And we're just gonna have fun and go with the flow and just do a little bit of game development today. I gotta say, thanks for tuning in. See some more viewers tuning in. Just to mention before we get started that these live streams are performing pretty well. I got some, random messages over the weekend of people saying that they were enjoying the streams, catching up on the streams, and now my YouTube channel is at its all-time high. We're at the highest amount of cumulative watch time we've ever had in a single year, and they are being consistently watched each day for a decent amount of watch time. So I'm going to keep them up, and I think we're going to build Pic-A-Block together and just go ahead and build this whole game live. Well, not the whole game, but most of it. And actually, we might just do this for small projects in the future. So, it's actually like a mixture of things that I can do, a little bit of tutorial work for game developers who want to tune in, and we can like do some coding together, try some things out, do some game engine tricks, but also, get some feedback for me and have fun, have this be entertaining at the same time, and just kind of just a hangout session. Because if you do not know and you're new to the channel, I am a full-time game developer. I've released games on the Nintendo Wii U. I've released games on the PlayStation, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The games are playable. And I've released games on Steam. So I am a full-time game developer. So breaking up my day of work with a little bit of hanging out with you guys on the internet is quite fun. So let's go ahead and jump in to the game. This is the game engine. Well, we can start here first. I'm pretty thirsty because I've been sitting at the car shop. I don't know what you call it, mechanic, for like over 2 hours. They said it would take 1 hour, and it took 2 hours and 20 minutes. So gotta love that. That is why I'm a little bit late all the time. I'm always like, it's gonna be 3:15 today. I'm not gonna miss it. Not gonna miss it at all. But incorrect, something happens and I do miss it. It's all gonna be all right. So I'm pretty thirsty and also tired of sitting. I didn't test this out because my desk is actually a standing desk and a sitting desk, but I plugged in some new equipment on it for the stream and stuff, and I didn't test raising it up. I was going to stand the whole stream today for healthiness, but yeah. So anyways, we'll sit for now. Maybe I'll move around in a little bit. I imported over the weekend the model that we finished up on Friday. This is a look at the giant castle, and this is running in the Unity game engine. And I was just trying to see before we continued and went forward how the scale looked and if everything was going to be all right with the lighting wise in Unity. And you can see I left it how it was. All I did was import it so we could take a look at it together, and I could show you what we needed to fix together. So I was correct. When you look at this stuff, actually, am I incorrect? What is this? What is that? There is some kind of model duping here that I missed. That's okay. We'll try to figure out where that comes from. Actually, no, that is the... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. No, I know what this is now. This is because I forgot. In our model, we hid some stuff, the old roof, just to see which roof we liked better. So we just need to delete that. But then I left everything else the way that it is, like I mentioned, so we could fix it together. And this was a perfect example of what I was talking about with why we have the normals facing each way. You can see that if you look, the ground is actually invisible, and if you go down beneath the ground, you can see it's facing this way. So we need to fix this. This face is upside down. And then also we have a couple things over here. I mentioned, that these walls were not connected because the polygons were off. There's too many vertices hitting this circular hallway here. Ignore this. This is, I was just throwing out our prefabs to test things. So yeah, the hallway looks pretty good. You will be able to walk down here. We'll have a bunch of cool lights, and we'll bake the lighting in here, and it'll look pretty awesome. This door looks pretty good. I have the lights turned off because it looks really bad, because I just dumped this in the swamp level, and you can see our little swamp. There's our swamp water and our green lights. That's not at all going to be the atmosphere of this level, so I just turned off the lights so we could see better and we could see in the rooms. Also, it's going to look terrible because if you just have a directional light, I put 1 point light in here just to light it up, but you really just can't see. Looks pretty bad. We're going to have to do a lot of lighting work to get all these rooms lit up, and lights down the hallway and all that kind of stuff. Lights in our little extra room. But the things that we need to fix first is this is actually visible in the game engine. I thought they were exactly on the exact same, what do you call it, meter, the same value of all on the x-axis. They are off by a little bit, so you can technically look down with the camera and see it. You really won't be able to see it from here where your camera is, but when Pitterpot climbs up here and looks around, you would see like this weird line between the walls. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get rid of this line. We'll delete the hidden roof stuff, and we'll flip this around. And then that cleans up everything. I would say that this is pretty good. scale wise, I was thinking that we were gonna have to scale it down, but there's gonna be a lot of platforms and levels and boxes and trees and bushes and a fountain and stuff that goes in here. So it's actually pretty good. So if you see, this is our Pic-A-Block character controller. And if we pull him up here and drop him over here on our secret wall, this is actually about right. I was looking at this the other night, and if we pull him around here, you can see if you're walking down this hallway, you're going to be exactly the right length of this secret hallway. Don't really want to scale this whole building down any smaller than that, because if we do, it'll be really hard to walk on, and then the camera will get janky and annoying, and you'd be bouncing it off the wall, and it would be, turning when you don't want it to turn. So that's about perfect here. All this scale is good. And this is probably going to be a perfect room to be able to do the level in. And I honestly think this is the perfect scale. And then this one will be pretty good too. But I honestly think that it feels a little big, like that feels a little tall and inaccessible from the start, feels like kind of far away, but I think this is about right. And you can see I was doing some testing here. One of these seeds will not be enough in order to climb to the top. You'll need to get 2 seeds in order to make it up to the second floor. But if we do a platform about right here, it's one of these guys, and then we put the second seed on it, you'll only need 2. We could honestly just do 1, but I think I might make our Moneybags character have more than 1 seed that he has to sell you. So you get more annoyed when you're dealing with him. You'll go up to him and he'll be like, for 100 seeds, let me sell you a seed stock plant. And then you'll be like, sweet. And then you'll just realize, you get up here, he'll be like, for 500 seeds on the one you really, really need. Then at that point, you can reach the top. Something along these lines. Let's put this here, and then this here, down a couple more notches, and then this would be about here. So yeah, I think that's probably good. The heights, this would be, how you jump up and around, and then, you wouldn't want this in the way. You want to in this corner so you'd have room to land. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. So all we need to do now is go ahead and fix up a couple of the things in Blender. We need to fix these things up, and then we need to finish up the rest of the background. We're going to delete some of these extra windows that we're not going to use anymore. I'm going to fix these, actually. We're going to pull these out and delete the back faces so it's not making any kind of weird lighting. And let's see if we can go ahead and find, is it cube, this one? And this one? That and that. Now, there was, what cube was it in? Was there another one that was hidden that was like a part of a cube? We did this too many days apart. Now I can't remember if there was multiple pieces. Well, we'll find out when we re-import it into the game engine. That's fine. That cleans that up. And then if you guys are interested, this will be very easy. You can see we got all of our blue lines here. You might not really be able to see it. Let me look. Yeah, they're very tiny. They're really tiny on the screen. They're like this. You can see these guys here. Does this one have it? No. So here, these ones that we built at the end. Here, here, and here. Here and here. Those all need to get flipped. So I think there's an option in... actually, it's moved. It should be in the face, probably. Reverse... No, it's not those anymore. It's... where is it? Mesh? It's got to be a mesh in normals. There we go. Flip. Sorry, guys. That's the old Blender ways wanting to come through. All right, so now that those are fixed, that's pretty good. And then the only other thing we've got to fix is this weird line stuff over here. And then at that point, we're going to start cleaning up the background. We're going to build a floor here, and then we're going to make a little bit more geometry and clean up some of these angles. And we're going to start doing the level design for the courtyard because there's going to be some platforms here, some ponds and stuff like that that we are going to be able to run around in. But I noticed, if you can see, yeah, my camera is over on the side bottom corner, so you guys can see these values here. This is on 1 like we want it, and then it's really hard to tell. The other line is off by just a smidgen, so now it's going to be really hard to tell. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it, because they're going to be like basically on top of each other. Was it only that one? I feel like these are probably off too. Nope, they're not. Let's see if I can merge any of this. I can't. See, that's a problem. Yeah, and they're not, this one's not. Yeah, this should be -1. And then, yeah, that looks like it's correct. If we yeah. All right, yeah, because now you won't be able to tell they're all exactly on line. Because if we look all around in our object mode, spin it all around, there is no lighting refraction or any hole in the wall that we're looking at. So that looks pretty good. See, now this looks weird still. It looks bad in Blender. Hold on. I am getting a interesting warning. I think our internet was flickering. Can you guys hear me? I dropped a few frames for just a few minutes. Unsure of why that is happening. Give me 1 second. Everything's going to be all right. Well, we're back to green now. It looks like we're getting good. Actually, it looks like we're getting fine up from OBS. And let's see what YouTube says. YouTube is worrying me for some reason. Let me pop this out. And let me close out a couple more things, causing maybe some internet drag. I should be wired, but my Wi-Fi might be struggling a little. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Can you guys see any issues? Is it buffering? Is it slowing down? Is the quality losing itself? Because, all right, looks like now, all right. Let me know in the comments if that's better. I closed out a couple of things. I don't know. Yeah, for some reason my CPU was running kind of hot in the background, according to OBS, and I was dropping some frames. I think I had too much going on in the back. Let me just go to close that. That looks a little bit better. Looks like the stream is healthy according to YouTube now. Well, there we go. Game development problem solving? Possibly. Possibly not. Anyways, so this, if you can hear me from, I was just mentioning this, we fixed these parts. All this is good. I don't know why it looks like that. I think that's just because it's a separate model, because if you go over here to the game engine, you cannot see anything here. It's all one piece. The lighting is good. And also you can see that the lighting looks good on this. So even though we have like a little bit of an overlapping face, it kind of takes care of it and it works. Although, what is up with this? Oh, that's just because of these things. Yeah, so if we go and delete the hub, actually, let's copy this position first, and then we delete it. And then you guys can look at the empty hub. And then if we go over here and looking at my other screen now, I'm going to redo that. Let's go back to our blank assets folder. Oh man. Don't get spoiled now on the new maze game. Working on 2 projects at once causes quite an issue because I keep switching folders back, so it keeps putting my oh man, I forgot to delete it here. Shoot. Delete that. Let's call this hub, not hub 1, so we can iterate on it. Put it out here. Let's put it at the position that we had just copied. Look at that. It's beautiful. Once again, let's go compress it just a tad, generate some colliders, go ahead and hit some light map UVs. Don't need any of these settings turned on. Apply those. Doesn't need any kind of rig. It doesn't need animations, and we haven't put any materials on it just yet. So that's fine. I actually can't walk around in it just yet because I don't think I have everything in here from... I don't think my camera's in here. Is it? I don't think so. I think this is just the static camera. It is. Look at him fall. That looks terrible. Oh, look, our little guy's up there too. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so it looks like let's check out all of this. And it looks like I need to hide this on this window. Let's put this back over here now so I can see you guys. And let's hide this. Okay, that looks pretty good. There is a little bit of like the line between this building and the other building. Honestly, I don't think that it should be there. So we might need to check those lines. And maybe we'll join those if possible. And make sure we got all the floor. And the floor is correct. All of those pieces are in there. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now, let's go back over here. Yeah, I clicked off the incorrect thing. Let's go back so I can see the YouTube comments and pop you back up. All right, so good grief. That was loud in my head. My computer wants to do so many random things. I'm trying to do this instead. All right, that's why, of course. So this roof is off by 0.0000002. That's why it wasn't really that noticeable. However, it is slightly noticeable when you turn the cameras all around, and we don't really want that. So we're going to clean this up. Also, texturing these like random jointed models like this is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. This is going to be an unwrap by projection, that's for sure. Let's scale this on the X by 0. Now it says when we highlight all these that we have gotten to -1 where we want to, but it said that this... Is it just this line? Is this just uneven? It zooms in a little bit, I guess? Nope. See, you lied to me. Now, why is this happening? Very odd. If we highlight all the faces, it just rounds it up to -1. But if we click on each edge to see exactly where it is not on -1. So like if we go here and get this line. Yep, it moved over. And that should be -1 too. does it look so bad? Did I smooth this already or something? No, the modifier's not there. Interesting. Is this the same one? Or is it a different one? I think I copied the same one. But honestly, I might end up trashing all of these. Except for this one. You look good. And instead of doing it like that, I might just put a new roof. Been up and down on that because those models, there's something incorrect about it. Let me just join this together. And let's see if we can get rid of some things. We got rid of 4 vertices. I'm just making sure it wasn't that one. I don't know if that was the move. Because that really kind of locks us in now. We're all a part of this piece. Let me think. Where's my join? There we go. Good grief. That was forever ago. Go here, though. Clean these up. Don't need any of those. There is nothing over there that we need on that roof. That is all inside faces. All right, we're going to leave the roof alone for now so we can move on. We fixed enough here to where this looks pretty good. And what we're going to do is go over here. We need to build the wall for this part. The level design over here, but these look pretty bad too. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Let's get rid of our test windows. We no longer need them. We have so many duplicates. And let's go to a wireframe. And let's see if we can get everything on the back side. Okay, yeah. Let's just trash that. And let's fly away. So there is still some lighting issue here. Let's go ahead and save. Let's re-export this over the other one. And let's go back. Delete you. And let's put the other one back in Unity. And see what we see. I don't know what Blender is giving me all that fuss about. There's no problem in Unity on either one. We might as well delete the back faces so they're not being rendered anyways. Like I mentioned before, there's a way to have Unity not render faces that aren't being seen, but there's no real reason to have them included anyways at all, just because it's not going to take us that much longer to clean it up, and that'll, make it that much more efficient. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's clean up those windows and let's do some courtyard level design instead. Let me grab some more water. I'm going to look over here. Yeah, it looks, I think it looks a little better. The lights are a little bit better, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I've changed up my little news banner below. I'm going to continue changing it up. I've removed the publishing things from it. No longer going to be advertising that for the time being. All right. Yeah. Yeah, let's just do it like that. And that's on this line and this on this line. And then let's just duplicate this and pull it down here. Yeah. So that automatically just straight up gets rid of our back faces. Those are all duplicated. And we can come over here on this part of the castle, kill all of those. Let's get these guys on this part of the castle. Yeah. And let's duplicate these and just pull it over here. Yeah. Let's go back to this view. Let's drop it out so we can see. Yep, and you were still going to get that weird lighting glitch in Blender. That's okay. There's no back faces and nothing is... This part of the window here is not... This part is not the same. Is not overlapping at all with this behind it, so it's not going to have any lighting issue in Unity. So that's looking pretty good. The castle looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save. Thanks for tuning in. There are a few random people jumping in and out of the stream. Welcome to the stream if you are new. We are working on a 3D hub world for Pic-A-Block. Ooh, there it looks... Something looks disgusting there. This is the x-axis. 17... Wait a minute. Yeah, 30, 30, 30. Let's just merge all these one more time. Just make sure I'm not missing anything by Control-Z. Nope. And making sure that there's no problems here. Let's just grab all of this. Bop, 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 bop. Scale on the X by 0. Yeah, nothing's happening. Let's just double check and make sure we don't have a mistake. That does pull out here. It's gonna be weird looking. Make sure there's nothing in between here. There is. Ha! I found it! Always trust your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go to wireframe. Let's see what we can find out. On this geometry we built out, we got a couple things that are unclean. Oh, man, this is getting complicated to tinker around with. Okay, so like this guy, there's nothing there. All right, there's one here. Faces, don't need that. Got rid of that one. All right, got rid of it on both sides. I don't think that should have us anything to clean. Yeah, I think we're good. A little bit better. Come mess around in this room in just a bit. Let's go out here. So this is going to be, like you saw earlier, this is actually pretty big. And we're going to have plenty of room to do all sorts of stuff. And that's one of the other things we finished up, because this was Friday. I'm having trouble remembering. So many things happen over the weekend. And I haven't really touched this game at all over the weekend. I work a lot on Saturday, but I do not work on Sunday. So I checked this. All I did was import this model into the game engine to prepare for today's stream, so we would have some idea of what we were going to be working on. But the off stream, I'm working on Maze. I'm not working on this game, so it's easy to forget. So we are going to line this up as well. This guy needs to be lined up on, well, these, of course, this is all not lined up on 32 either. And that's going to be a lot to grab. I think that's why we didn't do it on Friday, because I was like, oh, there's a lot of cleanup in here that we need to go do. And I think, honestly, today might be the last day that we tinker around on this together, and that we're going to do something else tomorrow. And I think for the back half of the stream, I might show you guys some level design in Maze, just because I don't know. You can let me know in the comments below. You know, I want this to be fun. I want this to be informative, but also fun and entertaining at the same time. There's only so many days we can just mess around on the same exact level, making sure everything is perfect. It gives you guys a pretty good idea of game development, though, if you want things to be right. Let's see how that looks when that comes all the way out. And you want to try to fix things, then you know, it takes a lot to get things just right and perfect. You can't make everything perfect, but I want to say the more tedious work over and over and over is probably not going to be the best for stream. So I think we're going to finish this up. Now, did we get this guy on 34? And then we got these guys. We missed this off 34. Let's go ahead and fix that while we're here. Is this guy 34? He is. Is that the only one? Is that the only line we missed? Yeah, I think so. Welcome, PLP, returning to the stream. Hi, guys. There he is. Let me get the command back up. This automated message. All right, we're good. Yep, we're good. Welcome back, my dude. Yeah, you can vote now that you're here. I was going to say that this is probably the last day that we're going to work on this castle cleanup, and then we're going to be doing some different things just to have a little bit more fun on the stream. And then you guys will be surprised after a couple weeks goes by, and then we are way farther than you guys thought. We can go two ways. We can either do that, and then you guys can be surprised with how much has changed, like over the course of a week or so. Or if you really want to see step by step, and that's your thing, maybe we will keep doing it like this. We'll see. All right, so that's all on 32, and that looks pretty good. That's on 32. I lined this one up. I got to remember to take that off in 3 days when the sale is over. Fun. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. My Steam summer sale, you know, sometimes like one of the years, Steam has 4 major sales a year. I think it's just spring, winter, summer, maybe an autumn one. They just do it once a quarter. And you would think that those are huge sales days, but I typically don't actually make that much money from it. Everything's on 32. We're good. Generally speaking, because although I have a lot of outstanding wish lists and people who are interested in purchasing our games on Steam, I feel like it's hard to compete in the summer sales. That there's just so much on sale and people are spending tons of money, and you know, I would assume my games would take a little less priority. Merge by distance. Did that not clean up that vertice? What have we got going on here? This should be connected. 32. Okay, hold on. Let's just do this one more time. Mesh merge distance, and let's pop it up. There we go. One more. That got us. All right, now we are all together, and we are joined as one little model here. Should be here too. That was just so small, that merge distance. I wonder, let's make sure that we didn't catch this. Yeah, we're still weird over here, and everything is janky, and we'll fix that before we die. All right, we need to do one more line across just to connect all of these. But yeah, so the Steam sales, and I've been advertising it hard. It's in this news banner. I tweeted about it. Besides that, you know, there has been a lot of views on these live streams since the start. And I have been mentioning that our games are all on sale on Steam summer sale. I also think maybe that There's a problem with... All right, we need to cut this line here. The fact that my games aren't on a sale as deep as they could be discount-wise. And that's because when I do the summer sales or whatever... Oopsies, we don't need two. We only need one. They are... Every game is on sale for that period, so it makes the bundle pack that we've been advertising just unbelievably cheap, to where like even the few people that do end up purchasing it and buying it, we're not making like any money off that basically. So if I did deeper discounts on individual games, because most of the time, like when my games are super old, the deepest discount I'll do is like 75% off. And like that's a no-go basically for the Steam summer sale, because if every game was, all my old games were 75% off, they would literally be like, if you bought the bundle and bought them together, they'd be like 20 cents. And then Steam would take a good chunk of that. So yeah, I'm ready for it to end, to be honest, even though we've been advertising it. I'm ready to go back onto a regular rotation where like we have like one game on sale every once in a while, and it gets people to come check out our games, and then we sell a couple of full price games. That helps us out a little bit more than the Steam summer sale does. But with that being said, you guys can pick up 7 TreeFall Studios games for $9.88 on our bundle. We're going to go to the edge here. We're going to subdivide this, and we're going to see why we, if we can, or cut across, we can. Let's merge all this. PLP says they got to pay for the Valve snack room somehow. And he says, yeah, your games are already so cheap as it is. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because most of my games are only a few dollars. So, like, the ones that are more expensive, the $10 ones, the $5 ones, when you cut those by 75%, you know, they go down to like $2.50 or so, depending on what the pricing is. And then if you get the bundle pack, I do the deepest discount possible for the bundle. So then the bundle makes that cut in half again, so it's like $1.25. And then when you do that, that makes those dollar games cut like solo to where you're like paying nothing for them. Honestly, I've been thinking about, you know, putting micro challenge, because I feel like that's one of my most polished games. Whoa, on Steam. But the sole reason why we didn't do that is just solely because it is so cheap that it would take so long at like 50 cents and only making like 20 cents a copy or whatever. It would take so long to recoup our $100. I just don't think that the money is there on Steam. I mean, obviously we did that on PlayStation and, you know, the first hour, but yeah, Steam, I don't know if we would be able to get the traffic. I'm kind of thinking that Micro Challenge could be that game that like blows up our Steam and like has people find out about us because it's so cheap. People might click on it. And if I can get the reviews up in time, that we would be able to see a bunch of new players join it, and then maybe find our other games and our Steam franchise from there. Might be worth it just to eat the cost and get it on there, because honestly I think it would like help our Steam catalog and it would look pretty good. But right now we're like, you know, on the low budget side of things. We're not trying to really spend even that extra $100 is kind of annoying. Now these are not lined up on the Y. That would be a problem. We need to line these up before we start straightening it all up, I guess. This is what we're trying to get to. Yeah, this should be 21. Let's clean this up on 21, and then I'll catch your comments. This needs to be 21. Yeah, these are all off by just a smidgen. I have no idea how this even happens. It's very odd. PLP says tilting tiles and micro challenge are very good. Remix is pretty hard, so I wouldn't recommend it as someone's first TreeFall game. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, like that's like one of my favorites. I like love it because like to me, I'm like the point of a puzzle game is to be hard. you know, I'm like, you're supposed to stretch your brain. I really worked hard, and people like just didn't buy that game. That's like our least selling game. Like that and Pitter Pot are like sitting at the bottom of like no one even knows they exist, basically. Um, because I think a couple of reasons. I feel like people were like confused at the marketing. I feel like they're like, oh, well, I already played Tilting Tiles, so I don't really need to play this remix one, or that kind of thing. So I think that hurt it. I think the fact that it was the same price maybe hurt it, and people were like kind of confused on the content. But I'm like, that game, the levels were hard to make. Like there was a lot of thinking. Like everything was redone. The graphics are like improved. Like every level is rethought out. The moves are, completely redone. All the item placements are redone. Everything has been rethought out for tilting and all that kind of stuff. And the puzzles are like there to challenge you so much. Like they are so hard. And I absolutely love it. So if you want a hard game, all right, well, this should be 21. Then Tilt Remix is your friend. That's only available on PlayStation. Okay. Let's take this entire line. Let's just do this one by one. One by one by one. Because does that even work? It doesn't. Yeah, I knew it wouldn't. Let's just do this really quickly and just get the whole bottom scaled on Y by 0 so we line it straight out, and then let's pop it on 21 so it matches, and then that should match. And then, yeah, that we can take this guy, scale him on the Y by 0 so it matches, and pop him down to 21. And then that should all be good, and we should go to Mesh Merge, make sure we don't have any vertices hanging out, make sure everything is connected. All right, we're all lined up, and the courtyard is looking a little bit better. PLP says Pitter Pot being one of your lowest sellers is sad when it's your most ambitious game by far. The titles can be a bit more confusing for me. I think he's talking about tilting tiles. People may be confused on what is or isn't a new game. Yeah, I feel like Micro Challenge stands out. It's different enough to where you're like, oh, that is a new game. They're technically all new games. There's 3 games in the series, but Ultimate Tilt Remix is the subtitle for the second game. I feel like that game probably has the most confusing title among the bunch. I'll scale this on the Y by 0 too. Something looked off there. Yeah, and now we're all lined up on 12. Something looks off on this wall too. Let's go ahead and get these all by 0. I might, or is that just our perspective? Let's go here. No, we're lined up. Yeah, everything is even. How are we looking on getting a new July release? Honestly, it's looking a little rough, to be honest. But that's why in about 10 minutes, we're going to be switching off Pitter Pot. We're going to be going to Maze here. Because if we are going to be able to hit that, I wanted Maze to be a complete surprise. But if we're going to be able to hit that release, which I really need for monetary reasons, then I'm probably not going to be able to work for 2 hours on a different game on stream and work, 10 hours off or so. I'm going to need to work those hours on stream, probably on Maze. The only thing about Maze is I don't really want to do the actual model creation and level design on stream. I want to, let's scale these by 0 and make sure we're on the X. I'll probably do the coin layouts, although like then that's also cheating. I feel like on stream, I feel like it kind of just ruins the game on stream because I'm like the point of the game is to find your way out and be surprised by the puzzles and stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of like is that kind of lame? If we make it all together, scale the Y by 0, and then drop you on 15. That means all of you Let's do it bit by bit. Scale on the Y by 0. 15. Straightening it up. Straightening it up, boys. All right, that looks pretty good. All right. Yeah. Because I don't know, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you think that seeing the coin placements is, I'm going to go ahead and get that running here. Let me go ahead and open this up. Is too much. Maybe we'll do some programming. I was trying to do some, extra art. My grass is a placeholder. I do like the new brick that I built in our texture suite. Yeah, here you go. You can see here we are in maze. Let's go ahead. All right, let me save this so we don't lose it. We're jumping around too much. And then let me crush pitter pot so we're not pulling too much weight on the back end. Oh, you like the mug? You missed it. This is my everything will be all right. This is my wife's mug, and as you can see, it's my water. I just have water. I'm trying to save water bottles. I was talking about it earlier. I was pretty thirsty from just sitting at the mechanics for like almost 2.5 hours. So I'm trying not to use as many plastic water bottles, and we have a Brita filter. Trying to use that up a little bit. All right, so you can see this code works because this is already written. This already has the PC controls in here. So you can see this game is, I actually like this already. You can see the bricks are pretty 3D based on our height map. It looks a little weird. I don't know if I want to shrink it up. The dirt is a little too thick in between. Maybe I'll shrink that up and make the bricks a little bigger, but it breaks it up a little bit. This grass is like, you can see it's got a bunch of like 4-leaf clovers, and it's like highly realistic. It has a giant height map in it, but you literally can't even see it from here. In this camera view, it doesn't even look like it has a height map. It's like wasting space. So this grass is kind of a placeholder. I kind of need to get something better. I might go more with one of my cartoon grasses again, like that I have from the older mazes, or like draw something custom myself. And I just did this earlier this morning, just so briefly. You can see it's like dropping my frames. I was trying, it actually looks pretty good. I wanted to have like 3D grass going in the wind in this maze, because that's something I've always wanted to do in the mazes, but in Unity you can't paint like terrain grass on a model without buying like a plugin or something like that. Or writing a custom shader, and I'm not doing that because I'm using the built-in renderer on this. I'm not using URP or HDRP, so I don't have access to shader graph. So I was thinking of maybe this is actually probably just kind of stupid. I was like hiding a terrain underneath this maze right here, and then I was going to paint grasses on top of it, but then you won't be able to see the terrain because the model will be covering it. And then I was hoping that that wouldn't get rendered, although it's probably going to be rendering in the background in order to show the grass. So it's a little inefficient, and we're probably not going to want that. So probably not going to use it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So you just come around the corner. This has got the same things here, TreeFall Studios production. And then you can see the cool design about this maze is basically every maze is upside down. There are like mazes jutting out, maze blocks jutting out of the bottom of each maze. And then as you take the elevator, you can look up and realize, whoa, there's a lot to this. This is actually the first one. And then you kind of go up. Yeah, because this is Rising Trials. Everything is all about verticality. And then you can see instantly when you get here into this part, you could see that we've got like a giant tower. You can see it's rendering and unrendering the cloud because it's too far away. Those are the clouds from the other game, Maze Pedestal of Trials in the original Maze. Gonna delete those and get rid of them. I'm gonna do a new cloud system. We'll have to see. So there's 2 level designs that are completely done so far. You can see I don't have the coins placed here yet. Actually, here is one. Yeah, there we go. But I don't think it's supposed to be there. I think that's from where I just dropped it as a test. And then this is pretty cool. So like I was pretty proud of this because I got the texturing correct right around the corner. You can see I'm doing a bunch of like ramps and stuff in this game compared to the other ones. And the bricks, they texture all around. And then they're all lined up. So everything doesn't look odd. There's not just textures dropped. Like all the bricks are exactly on the same line. And then you can see it even hides up here. And then like that base brick, you could like see that there would have been bricks going down. So going kind of hard on the details, especially texturing, and then you can see this is kind of ruining the first maze, but you guys don't know where the coins are going to be, so you're still going to have to explore it yourself, but it's highly simple, even though it looks big. Like this is pretty, the mazes I'm going to be doing in this game are a little bit more intuitive on your design, so like, you know, there's only a couple options, so you can't really get too lost. You go down a couple hallways, get lost. Then when you get up to this floor, you come around here and realize, okay, well, this is blocked off. And then, you know, so now your new path is this way. You can't make it that, this teaches you can't make that jump, but you can make the jump here. Did I drop more frames? It looks like it's still good. Let me look over here. Pause this. It says excellent connection. Stream health is excellent at 356. Yeah. It still says it's going. Are we got any problems? Let me know. I'm looking at the analytics. There are still live viewers. Let me know if you guys can't hear me anymore. I have been having odd issues popping in and out. OBS doesn't have us dropping any more frames. I think we're good. I wonder if we might be losing PLP from our comments. All right, let me click back in here. And then you can see this teaches you can jump across one space, and then the only other place to go is here. And then you kind of learn, okay, from this part of the design that you can jump around. And this is actually interesting. This is a steeper grade of a ramp that you can walk up now. You couldn't walk up stuff that steep in the previous maze game in Maze Pedestal of Trials. So it helps us change our design just a little bit. And then you can jump over here and then come up to this. And then you can see we got the grass upside down. We got the maze upside down. And then you up here in the third maze. And then there's more for you to solve. And then it just keeps going and it keeps going. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, if you can see, I'll pull back out onto this one so you can see the overall. This is the tutorial maze, basically, and it is 4 tiers. 4 tiers, yeah. So, yeah, so PLP is back in the chat now. Something went wrong with his stream. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we're still good. My OBS doesn't say we're dropping anything. I got good connection, and I got viewers still tuned in, so I didn't lose anything. YouTube says stream health is good, so yeah. So I don't know if this game is going to make it out in July or not. There's quite a bit left to do. Got the coin placements. I need to get rid of these old clouds, this skybox, do new skybox, new lighting. I've been doing a lot of animations on this. I got to do the rest of the elevators. I coded this elevator, but there's a couple more elevators over here that need to be coded. This one needs to go up. The ramps take you up, all the rest for this one. I got level 2 done already, and it looks pretty good, but it also needs to be coded. There's a lot of elevator code in that one, and then there's like levers to where you move the levels around and stuff, so I need to do that. I don't know. I will know probably, what is today? Today is Monday the 10th. I'll know by Wednesday if it's possible. Let me look. I'm looking at the calendar now. Wednesday, if I could release, because the goal would be to release on the 25th, and that would mean that I would need to have my game in submission by the 18th to be safe. Most of the time, I haven't had any problems in my certs recently. I've got my last like 7 or 8 games through first try with no problems, just because I know the technical specifications of the PlayStation so well now that at last minute, they're pretty quick with mine. I could maybe get it in by the end of that week, and then still, no. I'd have to have it in by the 18th because there's got to be some time in between. I don't even know if I could still do it. Maybe like I could maybe hit the 30th and have like 2 days this month of the game being on sale in July. So I don't know. I'd have to like just go ham, and like after today's stream, I'd have to like spend like the next like 3 or 4 days like doing 14-hour days probably, and do the last 3 levels, because I need to make the last 3 levels, and then I need to do, title screen, intro animation, credits, new music. There needs to be new music written for those levels because I don't want to reuse the same maze music again. I wrote new music in Maze Pedestal of Trials, but part of it was reused. I need to do a new grass texture. I need to do a new grass or a new texture set, because the first 2 mazes are going to use the new standard brick, that brick you saw in the last level, and there's going to be new grass with that. And then I need to have like the other levels to be unique mazes. They don't need to all be the exact same color, or else it will just look really terrible on the trailers and marketing. And I have a couple new maze themes and stuff that I'm going to be going with actually. So yeah, I'm not so sure it's happening. I'm pretty confident in my overworking abilities and the how fast I can put together stuff. It's one of my strong suits. However, I don't believe that I can set it all up. I haven't even started the back end stuff yet. And there's like so many processes with PlayStation that takes so many days in a row where you got to do this and then you need to wait a week. So I'd have to and then you got to do something else, then wait a couple more days, then, submit, wait a couple more days, then do this, all those kind of things. I'd have to start everything tonight. And after we get off the stream, in the next 40 minutes or so, I'd have to do nothing but eating, pooping, and building maze. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it, but we kind of need to, unless everyone wants to pick up the TreeFall Studios bundle on Steam for the Steam summer sale. You can save some cash, and then maybe from there, maybe we'll be all right. We'll see. All right, so let's put some, now that we straightened all these up, I think we're going to finish off on here because this is going to be the last day. Man, it's just really, all right, looking at it in orthographic looks fine. TMI. Oh, you don't like my poop joke? Let's see. These all look fine. Wait, yeah, that's okay. He's an odd-shaped one, which means like this line is not lined up. There's one line that's not lined up, that's for sure. Scale the X by 0. Whoa. What is this? This should just be 20. We'll make this 20. Negative 20. Clean that up. We're all straight. Scale the X by 0. Scale the X by 0. And then this should be... I guess it should be exactly what it should be. Yeah, because that kind of... whoa! If we do that, it pulls that forward. We don't want that. Although it kind of looks cool. Like if this was in a little bit, we had a magical door. No? No. 20.33. Yeah, that's fine. We just need to take this whole thing and just scale it on X by 0 and do the same thing for this. Just so it's lined up pretty good. And then I guess we still have a couple outstanding ones. Like this is weird. There's no line across here, so it's kind of screwing that up. And then those are good. Those are quads. And well, we just need we can connect here. If I do it like this and go to edge, subdivide, it puts the lines there for me. We kind of want that. Edge, subdivide by 2. Yeah. Although we just want to do it on all of these. Subdivide by 2. Yeah. I will PLP. That's the only time I can stop to take a break. I'll take my laptop with me to the bathroom in order for you guys to have a new game in July. How does that sound? Made through the fire and the flames. All right, let's go here. Merge one more time. Pop a couple of these vertices. Whoa. We must really be off here. Let's take this. Take this guy and this guy. This guy and this guy. Scale on the X. Oh. Gotta do it one at a time. Silly me. Scale that by 0. Scale this by 0. Let's go back to merging them. Still nothing. This is still not connected. Or is it connected? Is this correctly connected already? Was that part of the plan? Did I knife that? I wasn't even paying attention. All right, that's good. That looks fine. Yeah, now we're all lined up. We're all quads here. Except for you. And then I guess it ruins this. Although, do we even need this? What is this? Is this the guy who's our wall? I'm assuming yes. Let's look at it there. Yeah, he matches our wall. Yeah, it's fine. You can stay. We allow you. All right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I could see more people tuning in. We are doing something somewhat game development related. I don't know if it really is. We're building a hub world. Here's our giant castle. It's going to be really cool. We're meticulously finishing up all of the edges and everything, making sure it's all lined up and just hunky-dory. Now this... I have a wonderful idea. Now this is part of our design. Oh, shoot. We don't want it that high, guys. Okay. Yeah. Is this straight in line? It is. All right. Yo, our automated message has returned. There we go. Buy our TreeFall Studios games. Awesome. By the way, everyone who's currently watching, if you are not part of our Discord, you can find links to the Discord in the chat below. You can get invited that way by clicking on the link. We have all sorts of good times in there chatting away. But if you guys are part of the Discord and noticed, I started changing things in there, tinkering around to make it better. Let's go here. That is beautiful. Yo, Gleepot, welcome to the stream. It is wonderful to see you this afternoon. I am doing just fine. I spent almost half of my workday sitting at a car mechanic place, so now I'm excited to be back home and doing some work. I hope everything is going well with you, good sir. Oh man, I just spilt water out my mug. Hopefully I don't hit it on the microphone. Okay, so now we have our door here so you guys can look out and see how beautiful the landscape will be when we create a landscape. And then this guy will have, you know what? This is going to be pretty cool. Trust me. This we'll build this with models in game with the Pitter-Pot models. So this is gonna be pretty cool. So this is floor 1. Yeah, floor. You can see that this. Oh man, seriously. Now that you can see that with your eyes. We'll zoom in, everyone. You definitely can see that we did get off here somewhere. The X value is what we're looking for. This guy should be 30. Is he the only one? 30. 30. Highlight all of you and all of you. Scale on X by 0 just to make sure we're all on 30. Yay, we're all lined up. It's beautiful again. Okay. Now, let's see this here. I'm gonna put this in the testing. Is it live now? It should be good. Yeah, that is crazy. So I got my if not as many things could go wrong today as I thought. We're just blowing up here with technical difficulties. So earlier the stream was dropping frames, and this is going to be the worst one to replay and watch of all time because it was buffering and it went down a couple of times. And then now I was literally just talking and working on the level, and I was answering Gleepot's question, just chatting him up, and boom, not just the stream did not just go down. My computer blue screened in the middle of all of that. So that just goes to show you how quickly I was able to get the computer to restart, log back in, open up OBS, open up the stream again in YouTube, and have it going again. Yeah, blue screened, the whole thing shut down, so I've got to reopen up my Blender and stuff. This is going to be pretty good news for auto-saving or backing up your projects. I think we had some unsaved changes, probably. I save like every 2 seconds because of this. Oh, this is so sad. All right, fellas. We lost all that. We lost that straightening up. We lost our door that we made, and we lost our extra platforms. I'm sad. Sad. Okay, hold on. Did we lose anything else? I thought I'd been saving the whole time. Yo. Let's make sure, like, is all this lined up? Wait. No, man, we haven't even connected this yet. So I guess the last thing was, wait a minute. Are these connected correctly? Bro. Ah! All right, guys. Everything's going to be all right. Oh, gosh. I can't believe this didn't go down. I changed the... oh, goodness. I changed my settings to where in YouTube, because this used to happen all the time. My computer was blue screening like every 2 minutes when I would stream randomly. Whenever I tried to do the New Year's, when I tried to watch the Game Awards or whatever it was, it kept crashing over and over. So there was like 6 of those streams on my YouTube. I think I've unlisted those. I'm trying to unlist all those like broken up streams that are just no good. They don't get views anyways at this point, and they were just so disjointed and junk. And I kind of want, when you click on our YouTube channel, you know, you can click on videos, look at our videos, you can click on shorts, look at our shorts, and you click on live. I want to have all of these episodes in order so you can kind of see, you know, all of the stuff that we've been doing live together. And then that way you can join in and click on them and watch them at a later date in case you missed them live. So I was having all those problems. My computer used to blue screen a bunch, and I uninstalled a bunch of extra stuff, a bunch of software, cleaned up a bunch of files, deleted things. I updated OBS a few times and was like, all right, I think we're good to go. And I haven't had a blue screen like that in the last, you know, month or two, couple of months. My computer parts are getting pretty old. It's about time I upgrade some of my PC parts. My motherboard, I think, is like literally on the verge of death, I think is what it is. All of that is just old junk. My GPU is okay, but I think I need to replace my my motherboard, my RAM, my CPU, all that. But that also cost cash money. So we've been holding out as long as we can, and then when we can't hold out any longer, that's when we'll fix it. Our little curved guy over here, he's still messed up now. Man, I was like pretty on it. I was hitting Control S, which is the hotkey to save in Blender, over and over, like constantly. Scale on the X by 0. But now literally every change, I'm going to hit Control S. And if you guys can see, look down underneath the little news banner. It says saved. Yeah, so, but it's interesting. So it looks like the stream was still running on YouTube's side. So all I had to do was reopen up OBS, continue to return the stream. And it looks like that this should be the same stream. So it's not going to get split up into 2 like some of my other ones that I was just talking about wanting to delete from the past. So hopefully when we're done and we end this, that way it'll just be one stream. And I'll make some notes in it, like on the comments section to skip over. I'll be interested to see what it will look like. I don't know if it'll just be a black screen or if you know, it's gonna be frozen on the last frame of my face and whatever I was doing. It could be doing that when this is published. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I don't remember all what we did. We subdivided this, so let's just go ahead and do this again. And this is 2 cuts, and then we're going back here. We're knifing, connecting these guys. Yeah, that's wild. That's a great way to. That's if that gives you any indication of how this week is gonna go. We're dropping streams, losing computer function, being stuck waiting around way longer than normal for things. That's probably not going to get us a game out at the end of July, that's for sure. But as a full-time game developer, your boy is going to be working on this junk tonight at 10 o'clock when everyone has gone to sleep and had nice little dreams. I'll be working on a video game. All right, so see now, like what I don't understand is this should be one thing. I bet you it would be one loop if we got rid of this. I don't go to bed till 4 a.m. is PLP's comment, and he says, hit me up. Yeah, I've been trying to get my sleep schedule much better. However, when I'm going to crunch on a game, then I will stay up a little bit later than average. All right, if we delete those faces really quickly, now we are all one. We're all a go. We can just scale that on the X by 0. That shouldn't change anything. Scale on the X. Scale on the X. All right, let's put our door back. We're going to be doing this in a different order now. Delete, delete. Because I think we made the walls. We made the little platform and then we made the door last time. I don't know. We need to put this floor. And yeah, so the door looks good. Boom, boom. We're going to go to bevel U. I want 7 segments. And we're going to eyeball our width till we get it about how we want it. Nice and rounded. Beautiful. Now, I don't remember. Did we already fix... Are these all fixed up? We're checking this on the Y. Scale on the Y by 0. Did that do anything? Scale on the Y by 0. I think we look lined up if we go to orthographic. Looks good. And then we came up here and we got these guys extruded up. Actually, no, we didn't. We got all of this extruded up. But I think I actually want to keep it like this. And we'll make a jump here, a jump there, something like that. Yep. And like we'll have a platform up. So like what I was going to explain right before we got crashed here is that this is like the first floor area, and this is almost as high as this. Actually, you know what? Let's take this down a notch. Let's put him on 4. Or 5. Let's just go 5. Let's go 5. And do you the same way. Or actually 2-tiered might be cool. Might be cool to do it like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cool. When we start curving all these walls like that, it's going to look beautiful. And the brick is just going to round right around. I'm actually going to texture it, unwrap it first before I do that. And I think that that should be good there. All right, so the level is going to be kind of like imagine... It's not exactly even, though. That's the only kind of thing. There's going to be like a little pond here. There's going to be like a square. Like imagine these squares are all filled in and raised up. We're not going to cut through here and raise it up. We're going to make it a separate one and then put it there. We got our door here. This is where you would come in. This is too tall for you to be able to jump up to. So when you buy that first seed from our guy, you're going to be able to raise up the platform here and then do an extra level over here. So it's going to force you into like 1 or 2 levels in the beginning. And then from there, you're going to be able to play a 3rd level. And then it's going to take you playing at least part of all those levels to buy the next seed to get up here. And then you'll be able to go through the hallway, and then you'll be able to go to the secret door and do both of those levels. And then that'll get you enough cash to come up here into this final room, because the way it's going to work is you're not going to be able to jump back down here and take your seed out. You won't be able to get back up, so you won't be able to reuse that seed. And you'll have to buy another one from our guy. 3rd time is the charm. 3 times is always the goal. Have you ever noticed in video game design, when you have to do a task or you do a level, is always 3 things you have to do. You have to do the same thing 3 times. So that'll work out. We'll be on our rule of 3. And thanks for tuning in, everyone who's still here on the stream. I actually highly appreciate that. Today's just kind of been all up and around so wild because we've had all these technical issues and we're losing. We lost the stream a couple different times, but I appreciate it. It's let's get that up here. I'm glad that everyone is tuning in and hanging out. It's helping me out. I'm really working hard to try to make these entertaining, fun, and informative. And I'm really trying to get our YouTube channel to continue growing because we're basically at that point where we've got a few videos that are kind of popular and they're running a lot of views. We got some new videos that are starting to populate into YouTube's algorithm. They're starting to show a little bit of them. Noticing that browsing features and in search, a couple of our videos are being picked up a couple more times more recently in the last like 24 hours. So we're getting not decently close, but we're moving towards our watch time goal. We're getting close to halfway there. And these streams are really, really helping out. They are getting us up to our watch time goal. And then we can start keeping some of the ad revenue that YouTube takes because they've been running ads on all of our hundreds of thousands of views that we have on our channel. And that would be a great extra source of income. It would probably go along. If you run the analytics on our channel, there's some websites that you can do that with. I would basically be earning around the same money on YouTube that I do from the Patreon, so kind of double that income. So I'm gonna be putting some real tough work into this here YouTube thing. I'm gonna try to do the daily streams. My life has been pretty hectic right now. I've been trying to manage and do a lot of different things, but I'm going to be trying to do the daily dev streams at a certain period. I want to do my tutorial videos. I'm going to have those come back out probably like Tuesdays to Tutorial Tuesday. That sounds good, don't you think? And then dropping like a devlog video a week maybe. Or like the game development related tip video of the week. So maybe 1 to 2 videos per week, 1 short per week, and then daily streams. That's going to be my goal, but it's quite difficult to achieve. It's a lot of editing that I've got to do, but oh well. We'll try our best. You know what? We can clean up a couple things here. Let's go ahead and clean these up. And there's nothing going to be showing there. This is our bottom floor here. We can see that there. Yeah, because I'm going to keep that there. We can always refill in those spaces if we need them, but probably we won't. So yeah, we're deleted all here. We don't really need this at all. We do need you. Let's go ahead and get all of these off the bottom. PLP says, sounds great. It sounds like he's down for more TreeFall Studios YouTube content. So that is cool. I'm really trying. I've been like thinking a lot recently about about rebranding a little bit, and we're really going to be going for. Did that work? It did work. Separated the plane, but it's still part of the same thing. So let's just try this. I'm already distracted from what I was saying. We need to go to 10 height. Yeah, I'm gonna be probably rebranding a little bit and really focusing on my games and doing more games and stuff like that. I'm still gonna be doing the game development YouTube stuff and trying to be like have my channel half focused on game dev YouTube, as in tutorials in game development, tips in game development, that kind of thing. But I think I'm going to be pulling away. Been doing a little bit. I've been trying to advertise 3 different parts of the channel. Basically, I've been trying to advertise my games, the game development tutorial side, tips and advice side, and then the fact that we have TreeFall Studios, or should I say TreeFall Games Publishing. And that I think I'm gonna like start to fade out a little bit and really work on my games. So we can have a few more coming out more frequently. And that way I can also just work on my generalized YouTube content and try to get a lot of stuff out, because it's really easy to think that you can do it all, but sometimes it takes up way more time than you expected. All right, so I think that this is something that we're going to be doing for this floor, and then I'm going to be like basically scaling out, because no one is going to be able to, well, all right, there's two options for the floor. Like we can either go, and this is, I've been holding off on this for a while. We can either go and just put a plane here like that that's going to stick out, or we can fill in all of these so they're basically, faces all the way across, just connected, like connect these. But that's like, I don't know if it adds polygons, but it doesn't add that many considering the whole thing is pretty huge. It's either going to be like this or I just don't like how like curved it is here, because then it makes it like that. But I think I like that better than the plane sticking out, so let's go ahead and delete this actually. Yeah. All right, we filled in the floor for now. We have a door. Even though we lost a little bit of time and we lost some of our work, we got a couple things cleaned up. We got floors here, built a couple platforms here. We lined up all this. We reconnected this. We created another door to the outside. And is that it? I think, and we fixed a couple things there in the very beginning. Hopefully those are still fixed. And we checked it out in the game engine. It'll take me 2 minutes to open it up in Unity again. So kind of gonna leave it there. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I wanted to get like, another one of these guys, but we're gonna change the building, and it's gonna be, like obviously like a taller building, a little skinnier. Let's go here. Yo. That is almost what we want. Let's look at this really fast. Is it possible? It's probably not possible on this if I line it up here. Yeah. It needs to be scaled just a tiny bit more. But we want it to be evenly scaled, so we got the duplicate here. Are these guys not even? They don't look like they are. I thought they were evenly spaced. It is 52 on the X, and this one is 22. I was getting ready to start doing my wrap up, then I got distracted. Let's put him exactly on the 22. Let's highlight you all. Let's just put him on 22. Scoot him over just a tad. Let's put this one on 53. Scoot him over just a tad. Yeah. Okay, so basically what the castle still needs is a door on this side of the moat so you can see in, a building in the middle. and I want it taller, basically kind of like this. But we'll get to that later. And then we need to see, now I don't know what I'm gonna do all on stream because this is basically, the structure is almost done for our hub world, because what we need to do now is we need to go through and start marking all the seams, cutting everything out for the UV map so all the textures can work, because I really want to get all the bricks lined up on all the walls before we start beveling them to adding a little bit more shape, because that will just add the UVs right around the edge and then we'll be able to see correctly. And if we don't do that, it's going to be harder to line up. I don't know if tomorrow we're going to be doing some of the UV mapping. I'm trying to think, because I want these to be fun, like I said. So either we're going to be, and that's kind of that's more tedious work. It's going to be cool to see as like the colors light up the building, but I think we might just take this in Unity and do some gray boxing basically, because that's what this giant thing is. And then we start building some of the actual placements of the level in with game objects, and maybe start building a couple extra game objects to go in here. Maybe we'll spend some time tomorrow doing the characters that are going in here or some of the new models. It would be cool to build the fountain and all of that I mentioned that's going to go here in the middle. The fountain is not going to be part of this giant model, so I think that we're going to do that. Yeah, PLP. I'm getting ready to end. Typically, every day I'm going to be ending around 5:15. That is going to be the end target goal. But once again, I was a little late to this, and we had some technical difficulties, so I'm doing my wrap up now. Sometime this week, maybe towards the end of this week, we'll try to do 5:30 as the end time. However, that might be a little late. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're either gonna do some little model building to put in this and test it in the game engine, or we're just gonna go ham on trying to texture it and pulling out some textures and stuff like that. I think that I'm actually going to keep the stream game to be just Pitter-Pot, and we're just going to be working on this game. I know I showed off a little bit of Maze in the engine now, but it's got like so much work and there's a lot I'm going to do. I'm going to do it so quickly. Probably just going to continue doing all of that off of the stream. So when the trailer drops, it'll actually be surprising and pretty cool. So I think that's probably the goal. And this game has so much to do still for Pitter-Pot. I mean, it's barely even started, that there's quite a bit of things that we can do on stream to make it interesting and fun. So yeah. And like I said, thanks for joining in. I can see we got some people joining in now as I'm getting ready to end the stream, popping in and out. Thanks for tuning into this game development stream. We did make a whole lot today on this castle, even with in 1 hour, basically, even with all of our technical issues. So it's going to be pretty cool. Whoa, I can really see the analytics starting to go wild there. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Continue doing Pitter-Pot, and that's going to be the goal. That way I can get the streams up and ready the previous night, so you guys will be able to see it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and, posting them sometime tonight or in the morning, and you'll be able to see. It's supposed to go live. Stream issues. It looks like, let's see, hold on. Let's see, are we gonna get it now? We're in the green here. Okay. I think it's good now. It's back and active. That's, I just wanted to go ahead and actually end it officially, because as I was ending it right there, we had another issue and the computer blue screened once again. So maybe tomorrow's stream will be delayed again. But thanks again for everyone who stuck through all of these technical issues, hopping in and out of the stream. I highly appreciate it. It was fun working on the game, even though we had a bunch of issues. Let me go ahead and wrap this up so I can end it officially, and this can go and get published. If you are new to the channel, I am an indie game developer. I'm a full-time indie game developer. You can go to our YouTube channel, and if you want to see more game development content like this, live game development, videos on our games, devlogs, all sorts of things like that, tips, advice on how to get started. If you have no experience in game development, my channel is the channel for you. Please hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. It helps out a ton. Also, if you're wanting to support the channel even more, you can check out our Patreon page. Should be running across the screen right now. You can get your name featured in our YouTube videos as well as our video games. So all of that is small tiers, $1, $3, and $5. The links are in the description below. If you want to hang out and join the TreeFall Studios community and join the TreeFall tribe, you can find the links to our Discord below. We also have links to all of our games on PlayStation and on Steam, so you can purchase our games if you've never checked them out. Our games are on sale on Steam right now for the Steam summer sale. You get 7 games for $9.88. There are more games on PlayStation than there are on Steam, so there's a bunch of links down below if you want to check out some of our games and check those. And you can see all of our trailers for the games on our channel as well. So thanks for tuning in. I think that's going to do it for today. Had some serious technical difficulties. I hope I didn't lose anything else in that few seconds. I'm pretty sure I saved at the end from when we were looking at the model, but I might have lost some other stuff that we'll catch up with tomorrow. All right, guys, without further ado, I will catch you in the next video.